Astana, July 2009. Today, Astana has become a centre for all traditional world religions. The religious forum, held for the third time on the peaceful land of Kazakhstan, has proved once again that this country is a responsible member of the international community, aspiring to contribute to global efforts to develop dialogue among religions. Today, when all nations and people search for a world free from war, hatred and discrimination, multi-ethnic and multi-confessional Kazakhstan became a major venue that brought the world religious leaders together. They are striving to find answers to the complicated questions of our time, such as, what are the doctrines of the contemporary human being, and how should we build a dialogue among various confessions? Here in Astana, they forget about conflicts and are ready to listen to and understand each other. It is also a place where high spiritual leaders discuss the world's problems and determine their role and contribution to their solution. Back in 2001, Kazakhstan put forward an initiative to convene the Spiritual Leaders Forum. This idea was aired by President Nursultan Nazarbayev after a series of terrorist acts in the US, when the world witnessed once again manifestations of confrontation and clash of civilizations. The first Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions took place in September 2003 in Astana. Leaders of world religions and guests of honour from 13 countries of Europe, Asia, Africa and the Middle East attended the forum. They represented Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, Taoism and Shintoism.
For many centuries, the territory of the Great Steppe was renowned for peaceful coexistence of many peoples, who belonged to different religions, not only in ancient times, but also in modern ones, as it is currently a native home for representatives of 130 ethnic groups and 46 confessions. Interethnic and interconfessional accord became the very foundation on which a building of radical and large-scale transformations was dynamically built, leading to success in political, economic and social spheres.
The outcome of the first forum was the Declaration on Interconfessional Dialogue, the main tool of ensuring peace and accord between peoples and nations. Kazakhstan's initiative has been supported by the global community. The forum aims at strengthening interreligious dialogue and maintaining global and regional security. The second forum has already hosted delegations from 26 countries. Back then, the 2006 forum was preceded by the bloodshed in the Middle East, and the meeting of spiritual leaders in Astana was a serious step forward in developing dialogue and cooperation with the conflicting religions. The second Congress was held in a new, specially built building called the Palace of Peace. This unique pyramid-shaped building, erected on the initiative of President Nazarbayev, was designed so that its sides face north, east, south and west, and it symbolises the ideas of a peaceful coexistence of peoples and civilizations. The second forum urged representatives of all religions to prevent conflicts rooted in cultural and religious differences. The third forum, unfortunately, was no exception. Like the previous ones, it has taken place in turbulent times.
В самых разных регионах планеты
In different regions of the planet, people continue to kill each other, breaking the main commandments. Thousands of innocent civilians fall victim to elusive aims and interests. Over the last year, unprecedented acts of terror of international dimensions have been committed in Istanbul, Mumbai, Peshawar, and Baghdad. Violence breeds violence, and there is no end to it. The situation in Afghanistan is further escalating dramatically, where extremists raise their heads time and time again, threatening the stability of the whole region. Astana is a center of dialogue between religions and civilizations. With this dialogue, we urge all of mankind to aim for peace, accord, compromise, and understanding of each other. Today, when in various corners of the planet we see the negative consequences of people's unwillingness to hear each other, this international dialogue is more important than ever before.
On November the 13th, 2008, the UN General Assembly adopted a resolution on the Third Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions to be held with the participation, technical assistance of the UN system. As a result, this forum was recognised by the international community and was enrolled onto the calendar of major international events. The forum has been arranged in a different way. Heads of delegations, leaders of world religions and prominent politicians chaired 3 group sessions. Under present circumstances, one of the main issues discussed at the Congress was solidarity, especially in the period of crises.
People are created on the earth to be filled with its blessing and to worship Allah. He has created us from the earth and has located us on it. The Muslim World League, with a big hope, expects that this meeting will demonstrate a mutual understanding between participants. Kazakhstan's experience of interethnic and interconfessional accord has been recognized as one of the most successful in the post-Soviet era. There are almost 3,200 mosques, temples and meeting houses in our country. Even the day before yesterday, here in Astana, I laid the foundation for the construction of a new mosque called the New Jami, or Big Cathedral Mosque. Next year we'll see the realization of the biggest in the region, as the Dormition of the Theotokos Orthodox Church will be completed.
Unfortunately, nowadays the world has not become a safer place, and new threats, including viral pandemics, hunger and global financial crises, continue to appear. The President of Kazakhstan said that today it was necessary to pay attention to the revival of morality and spirituality. He underlined that this would be one of the main factors in restructuring the existing model of the world.
They defined the readiness for peace between the State of Israel and, as the King of Jordan said, with 57 Arab and Muslim countries. Here, from this platform, with your permission, Mr. President, I call upon the King of Saudi Arabia, King Abdullah bin Abd al-Aziz Al Saud, the initiator of this peace, the Arab Peace Plan, to meet wherever he wants, in Jerusalem, in Riyadh, maybe to travel to your beautiful Kazakhstan country, and together with other Arab leaders, we will all be able to realize your vision, Mr. President, our vision, and that is a vision of all believers in our shared God of peace and justice. Together with the participants of this prestigious conference, we must stretch our hands one to another.
President Nursultan Nazarbayev is a personality that you can rarely meet in modern times. He combines many positive qualities. His activity enhances Kazakhstan's entrance into world history. Few nations can be proud of their presidents, and I envy Kazakhstan's people that they can be. It takes great wisdom to unite the leaders of world and traditional religions at a single round table. A significant authority is required to find a way to people's hearts when they practice different religions and to invite them to meet. It is only through dialogue that one can fully understand a person's soul, and this dialogue took place.
Interreligious dialogue is a key method for social development and enhancement of the people's well-being, and is a tool for discussion of issues relating to religious conflicts and the reasons for them. Mankind should choose a path of evolution that encompasses interreligious harmony, mutual respect, and education of one another's beliefs and traditions.
My delegation is honored to participate in the Third Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions. We bring greetings from the Lutheran World Federation to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan, and to all religious leaders in this country, and to all participants to this Congress. Your Excellency, the support and the leadership that you have provided for this Congress and the two previous ones is highly appreciated. We are grateful to the Secretariat of the Congress and its very able chairperson for the many hours invested in the preparation of this Congress. We thank the various embassies and their staff for facilitating our entry formalities.
For me, it is a big honor to be invited to the Religious Forum and to represent the Taoists of China. We, leaders of traditional and world religions, must make our contribution to solving the current problems of mankind. I, in the name of all Taoists, urge people to rid themselves of greed and stick to the principles of nature, as well as being restrained and to not allow thoughtless actions.
Kazakhstan's initiative to declare 2010 the International Year for the Rapprochement of Cultures was commended by the First Forum of the Alliance of Civilizations. This forum took place under the aegis of the UN in early 2008 in Madrid. Under the auspices of the Congress, Kazakhstan proposed to establish an international centre of cultures and religions. It is another attempt to utilize the spiritual and moral potential of world religions and to counter global threats, to overcome xenophobia and religious hatred.
The uniqueness of the forum in Astana is that the state itself is not only a participant, but also the initiator of this process. In Turkey and Kazakhstan, religion is separated from the state, but in many respects they are qualified to lead the dialogue and encourage consensus. I was very glad to know that the state will provide direct assistance to the Fund for Development of Islamic Educational Culture in Kazakhstan. I think it is my important duty to pass on those warm feelings to my country that I have felt in Kazakhstan.
The forum was widely recognized by international forums involved in the development and maintaining dialogue of civilizations, including the Alliance of Civilizations, the Community of Agido, Casa Asia, the Tony Blair Faith Foundation and the Parliamentary Assembly of Orthodoxy. Messages sent by the UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon, Patriarch of Moscow and all Real, Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew, and former Prime Minister of Malaysia, Mahathir Mohamad, to the Third Congress proved that Kazakhstan's initiatives were recognised on a global scale. Furthermore, the United States House of Representatives passed a special resolution to support the Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions. According to head of the Secretariat of the Congress, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, our common goal is clear and simple: to build a secure and stable world. Kazakhstan's deeds have demonstrated that inter-ethnic and inter-religious accord is feasible. For this, we need trust, tolerance, and the will to engage in dialogue, said the head of the Secretariat. Being an exemplary model of inter-ethnic and inter-confessional accord, Kazakhstan has become a venue for this unique forum, and the third forum was another important step forward in the development of global dialogue to ensure peace and accord on the planet.
We cannot exist without other people. We cannot be happy alone. Kazakhstan is a shining example of the fact that differences should not serve as reasons for conflict. On the contrary, they should serve to mutually develop cultures, traditions, and religions. Our attendance underlines that we wish to coexist in brotherhood, peace, mutual respect, and trust. Let us live in peace and in the name of peace.
The promotion of spiritual initiatives to establish peace and accord in the new millennium is becoming a logical continuation of Kazakhstan's efforts in the search for formulas of security architecture and in view of its OSCE chairmanship in 2010. Therefore, Kazakhstan, renowned for its sensible approach, translates discussions into real actions to harmonise international relations.
Today, when in various corners of the planet we see the negative consequences of people's unwillingness to hear each other, this international dialogue is more important than ever before. I hope that the meeting of traditional and world religious leaders in Astana will bring the expected results in calling for tolerance, liberty in religion, and inter-ethnic accord.
By the end of the second day of the forum, its participants adopted the appeal to the world community, urging for world peace and accord. A closing ceremony of the Third Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions has taken place in the amphitheatre in the capital's park.
Но все выступления объединяли общая озабоченность.
All participants shared a common concern over the fate of our diverse planet and were aspiring to find ways of strengthening the accord and mutual understanding between countries, people, and representatives of different religions. At a difficult time of global turmoil, this role is substantially increased. That is why we should consider making spirituality one of the primary mechanisms of restructuring in a post-crisis world.
Механизмов посткризисного переустройства мира.
The President underlined that historically, spiritual leaders and clerics of various religions have been the custodians of supreme moral values. That is why at this turbulent time we pin our hopes on religious leaders. The ceremony ended with a delightful gesture as thousands of balloons and a flock of snowy doves soared into the Astana sky from the hands of children. These fair messengers of peace circled the amphitheatre, accompanied by the immortal sound of Saryaka song by Kurman Ghazi, uniting the people's hearts with divine music of love, bringing the light of peace and kindness to our beautiful planet.